Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. This is Slammed46 here. Today I'll be teaching you guys how to drift in Forza Horizon 5. I did get a comment on this, so let's see what I can do here. First we'll start with any rear wheel drive car. Doesn't have to be anything specific. Good options are probably going to be NES chassis, any M3s, like your BRZ, your Z chassis, Mustangs. So we'll go through the upgrades here. Right now we've just started with a stock motor with a turbo. We're going over the tire setup. For the most part, as long as you run drift tires, it should be fairly good no matter what you do. Track width is fairly important just to get a little bit better grip. The rest of it's more up to you. Going through all the drivetrain upgrades, you're going to max this out to be full drift spec. So you can either go with a 6-speed or you can go with a 4-speed trans. I picked a 6-speed. Platform and handling, I'll max all that out. And then for this here, I'm just trying to get a goal of somewhere between 300 and 400 horsepower. I think I ended up right around, I don't know, we'll see here. Yeah, should be, 357 horsepower, so nothing crazy. We'll go into tuning. We'll drop the tire pressure a bit. We'll change the final drive a little bit, so that way our wheel speed is a little less in between gears. We'll work on our suspension. We'll take out our negative camber in the rear. Bring some toe out to the front and some toe into the rear to help the car really naturally steer itself. Everything else is just how it comes except for the brakes, which I move up to 70% up to the front, and differential, which will be maxed. So the only other part we got to go through now is difficulty. The braking, you want your anti-lock to be off. That just really helps the car slide while you get on the brakes. To stay in drift, steering you want to be standard. Traction control, stability control, you want that all off. Shifting, that's kind of up to you. I prefer to use a clutch, so I have a clutch pedal. I don't use an e-brake, but if it is easier, you can map the e-brake to your clutch pedal. That's what I did for quite a while. That might be easier just to help slide the car into turns and slow the transitions down. But if you do like to just run a clutch, then by all means go for it. So now that the car is ready, we're just going to take it to a nice open area. We'll experiment. Hit the gas pedal, throw around the car, just see what things do. Let the wheel do its thing, let it spin through your hands, see what happens. Try different things with the gas and braking, and just get a feel for what the car might do when you're gonna hit the gas or hit the brakes or steer a certain way, just so you know how the car is gonna perform. So if we see here, I give it some gas, I let the wheel slide through my hands, and then I go immediately and catch it once it stops. Having both of my hands on the wheel here just allows me to feel what the wheel is actually doing, what the car wants to do. So as I feel it slide against my hands, I let it go and then naturally swing it where it needs to. So now we'll actually get into what we're doing with the wheel. As we're swinging back left and right, I'm going to be throwing my opposite hand down towards my knees to help actually swing and rotate the car over to its other direction. Every time we do this, we're swapping hands, bringing our hand to the top of the wheel to swing down. Doing this with both hands is a really good habit to get into. It'll just create much more confidence when transitioning the car both directions, which you don't really see a lot of guys doing, just like myself. And it took me quite a while to just reteach myself how to do manjis and transition just by actually swinging my left hand or my right hand, because one of them is obviously going to be a little bit more lazy than the other. So to train your other hand to swing just like it would with your strong hand is very key. So now we'll really get into just a little bit more of a higher horsepower car. I threw just a stock 6.2 liter V8 in this 240SX. So we'll see how this does with just a little bit more power. All right. So step number 3 to going into drifting is what to do with your feet. When you're not on the gas for, I don't know, let's say more than a second and a half, you're probably going to want to get on the clutch pedal. If you are running a clutch pedal, the RPMs are going to drop, and it's going to pretty well bog down your car once you try and get back on throttle. So being on the clutch pedal in between transitions, or just when you're not on throttle, just really helps you keep your RPMs where you want them, just to help you keep your wheel speed up and just really keep the car drifting. You can see here I'm on the clutch pretty well whenever I'm not on throttle here, just to keep this donut going, and just really keep my RPMs up whenever I'm not on the throttle. So I'm going to call this part 1 of this how to drift video on Forza Horizon 5. Here's just a quick clip of me just drifting around, so have fun watching this, and stay tuned for part 2. Subscribe to the channel just for more daily content. I'm always doing stuff, always posting, so if you want to see anything new, just comment down below. Make sure to subscribe and share, and I hope everyone has a fantastic day.